of just how he expressed himself. I think it was, a couple of people, like Swiss Beats, when he came out with his statement, it really kind of vibrated differently because, DMX was hurting, DMX was hurting. And a lot of people that knew that, I hope they was in his life long enough to be able to actually try to help him. But, and there's so many different stories that's going around, and I ain't trying to speculate because I ain't trying to get my podcast shut down. But, we going to speculate, and I mean, not speculate, we're going to at least allow people to foster their own opinion about it. But, it's people saying that, he overdosed. People are saying that, he had got the COVID vaccine. It's a lot of different things going out there, man. And it's just like, let us just remember DMX for, the man that struggled with his demons just like we all do. But he never allowed people to, distract him from his faith. So give it up for DMX. For the one time. But with that being said, what is really, since we kind of went on that tangent, not really tangent, it wasn't a tangent. We kind of went off script because usually we do an intro and everything, but being that, this is kind of catch up, we didn't, do a podcast last week because of the wedding. What is some of the trend, the real, I wouldn't say juicy trending trash, but more of just, what's been going on?
Well, let's see. We've definitely had a couple weeks of interesting news and trending trash. I will say that. How about, A-Rod and J-Lo back in the spotlight again? They have officially now broken up, or so they say.
You talking about Thanos and Hawkman?
I said Thanos. Oh goodness.
I mean,
yeah, for real.
J-Lo, I'm sorry.
Call it quits this time, for real. But
right.
I don't know.
I have to be honest. J-Lo is Thanos. I don't give a damn who you say you are. Your ass is Thanos to me. And A-Rod is forever going to be known to me as Hawkman. He is always going to be known as Hawkman because Hawkman really didn't have no special powers. All he did was fly. And that's exactly what he did in this relationship, was just fly.
I'm like, spent all kind of money.
Yeah.
She's still holding on to the engagement ring, and it was what, 1.4 or 1.8 million dollars. Yo,
babe, I ain't gonna say that you ain't worth the money, but I'd be goddamn if I spend $1.8 million on a wedding ring. That's just not, no, I'm sorry. I mean, even if we come to this excited place in life and we, gain some income, gain some moolah, and, we're just sitting in the bank, we got like 10 zeros behind it, and it's just chilling, and we just like, I gotta think of something nice to buy you, And just because I got the money don't mean I should just come out of the pocket just to spend it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, it's like, if you have all that money, yes, you have the ability to show your love and everything else. $1.8 million is not showing your love. You showing how much you trying to keep the pussy at home.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we definitely can, if we had that money just chilling or whatever, We have many, many other things that we would like to put that money toward. And I would refuse if you decided you want to go out and spend $1 million on a ring. Nah, I'm be like, nope.
I mean, I can see
down some notches.
I can
down some notches.
Right. But I can see if someone would really wanted to express their love or whatever, and it was the design that, that person would love and everything else. Okay, I get it. But I'm sorry. If I spend that much money on a ring, Thanos, I'm beating your ass. This woman got more engagement rings. I swear she do. I mean, and I'm not trying to hate on J-Lo. I mean, I think J-Lo is very talented in what she does. I think that she's been kind of the focal point in the Latin community and someone that can be, I think, understood by backing its own heritage. And for that matter, jumping in to back other heritages. Even when we didn't ask for the jump in, she jumped on in anyway. But there's nothing wrong with what J-Lo did. I think what a lot of people, and I think me being a man and observing a lot of things that she's done in her last few relationships, it's coming to find out, I think J-Lo gets bored. I'm just going to be real. I think she gets bored.
It's possible. I mean, anything's possible. She is very talented. She's a beautiful woman. I give her mad props in her acting, in her singing, modeling, all that stuff. And you're probably right. She probably does get bored, or there's something else that we as the collective American people don't know that's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, that's true. I just I just got a funny message that was in Facebook. Actually, it was a comment from Billy Hayes, our good friend Mr. Billy. And
what up, Billy?
He said, he said at least it was Derek Jeter. I mean, at least it wasn't Derek Jeter.
Oh, well.
And then they have a picture of his herpes tree. I'm like, boom. I'm like, dang. How can that be reality?
Really, nigga?
I mean, dang. Like, I'm just saying. That is something that you really just have to be like, on something else. It's like, I've heard you had herpes, but I'm going to sleep with you anyway. What? What in the crack smoke are you really smoking? I need you to quit it, because this is a bullshit. So what else is going on in trending trash?
I was just about to say. So moving on. So there was a powerful Red Table Talk the other day, and Bobby Brown and his new wife Alicia were the guests on Red Table Talk with Jada, Gammy, and Willow.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Brown revealed some information on the show where he believes wholeheartedly that Bobby Christina's then boyfriend, Nick Gordon, played a role not only in Whitney's death, but also in his daughter Bobby Christina's death.
Man.
And he said that, Nick Gordon was the party guy. He was the supplier. Only Whitney, but Bobby Christina both passed away in various, similar states, and it's just really sad. And now, they'll never, I guess, really know or find out if Nick Gordon actually was the person that, basically
Yeah,
killed
right.
him.
And I mean, it's sad that Bobby Brown is having to reflect on this. I mean, but at the same time, it's healing.
Right, right.
It goes without measure that this is healing, and I think it's just hard to put into words. That children that you brought on this earth decided to kind of go down the mirrored path that their dad took, and there was really, I think, nothing that Bobby could do about it at that point, and I think, that when they became adults and stuff, I think they knew. I don't know, it's just a sad situation. It's just a sad type of, disappointing energy that you not just have to experience, but at the same time, it's just something that you just not prepared for. I mean, I don't care who you are as a parent or whatever, you're just not prepared for that.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
and I think with Bobby Brown, people can say what they want. That man has persevered through a lot, and a lot of people can sit there and say that it was because of him. He probably was the catalyst that, probably brought drugs into the relationship or the family. But I look at it like this. I think to each its own. Everybody is grown. Everybody has a sense of mind. Everybody has a sense of understanding. But to me, you should be able to understand who you are without even being inhibited by, anybody trying to tell you should do this. It'll make you feel good. No, I'm sorry.
With, his own addictions, the loss of Whitney, the loss of Bobby Christina,
Yeah.
All that. So, shout out to his current wife, Alicia, for, standing 10 toes down next to her man, supporting him throughout everything that he's going through.
Yeah, I mean that is good because it's difficult out in these streets when you don't have that somebody that you dedicate everything to. At least you think you do, and then it's like you give, and at the end of the day, it's like, for what? And then you have those ones that'll really be in your corner fighting for you, but they, are on some other shit. They ain't about you. They more on about what they can gain out of a relationship. And then it's dumbass. You get into this not understanding who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think everybody goes through it. But I think the level of where you got to be in life doesn't need to limit who you can be in life. What I'm trying to say is like, look, you can sit here and have a really messed up relationship, but that doesn't define who you are. People are allowing people in their lives that they say they're loving or whatever the case may be, and then when they get hurt, they allow that hurt to navigate their whole life. That's selfish. And I'm going to tell you why it's selfish. Because guess what that person is doing? Not thinking about your ass. They done moved on to the next person. And it's like, well, how do I get away from that? I love him so much. No, you love what he gave you. You seen the signs. He wasn't giving you nothing else but what you wanted. Somebody to disrespect what's between your legs. That's exactly what he gave you. And the unfortunate part about that is that it's hard to have a woman, or even for that matter, a man, get over somebody that does them like that.
True facts. True facts.
So,
Yep.
anywho, moving right along with the trending trash.
Moving right along. Dumbass. So, to touch on this, and you can expound on it in whatever fashion that you want to. This baffles me to no end how a cop, 26-year veteran, can mistake a taser for a gun and shoot an innocent man and kill him. And she resigned because, if you resign and you're not convicted of your wrongdoing, you still get all your benefits and your retirement from the police force, which I think is foul as hell. Anywho, she got arrested. They are charging her with manslaughter.
Mm-hmm.
And she's presently released on $100,000 bail.
Okay.
Excuse me, what?
So hold that for a second, because
bitch, what?
We really have to discuss this. Now, she was on the force for 26 years, right?
26 years.
Okay. So, follow me, if you will, down this rabbit hole. She was on the force for 26 years. Now, I don't know what she did in those 26 years. I don't know where she, went to police academy at. It's getting to the point where people are not understanding that society is making everybody nervous, including the police, probably more so the police. And I'm not making excuses, because I would never do that. But this is something I will never understand. How in the entire fuck, if you've been on the force for 26 years, you don't know what your non-lethal side is?
Exactly. 26 years and you can't figure out the difference between a taser?
No. Yeah. It's not even telling the difference. It's knowing your non-lethal side. The side that you're supposed to go to first is your non-lethal side. That's why a lot of cops end up getting shot in shootouts, because they're trying to differentiate, pull out a damn taser or a gun. And when they see gun, they automatically go to that dominant side. But see, the taser, they put it on a non-dominant hand because literally you could pull this thing out and it's not an emergency. It's not to the point where you run up on somebody, you see a gun and you like, shit, I'm gonna put my taser out. You got to switch it from your non-dominant hand to your dominant hand so you can get an accurate shot off. This is basic, common, understandable knowledge in any academy that will teach you about lethal firearms. The reason why the taser goes on the non-dominant hand, like I said, in conversation or de-escalating a situation, you are leading up to this point. This is when keeping it real goes wrong. What Dave Chappelle put out a long time ago. This is when shit like that happens. Because if you automatically grab your gun because you already have fear in you from what you've been doing, running, whatever, you don't need to be doing police shit at all. Now I'm going to take you down this other rabbit hole. We done turned down this one gully. We're about to go down this other gully. What is the difference between resigning and getting fired?
So, I guess I'll expand a little bit based on, you know, what I know to be facts about resignation and getting fired. So if they get fired from their job as a police officer, they get absolutely no benefits. None at all. Regardless of how many years they were on the force or not. Period.
Mm-hmm.
With the resignation, if they resign, let's just say in a natural state, they resign from their position without having any criminal charges
Right.
pending or anything like that. Regular resignation. If they regularly resign, they are entitled to their pension. They're entitled to, other medical and what
Benefits and everything they would get as a person that would retire will get.
Correct.
So
Now,
go ahead.
if they have conviction or they're being charged with something, that is held in abeyance pending their criminal court or what have you. If they are convicted, they lose their benefits. If they are not convicted, all those benefits are reinstated to them.
So let me take you down this weird path of unforgetfulness. Some people don't understand how this is happening. And I wouldn't say it's not a bad thing, because it's really not. It's just people aren't aware of what happens. You can be smelling like a butthole, smell like a butthole. So you're a complete asshole. I'm just being honest. Because if you got 26 years, the only thing you protecting is retirement at that point. You've been doing it for 26 years.
Right, exactly. And there's no telling how much money or what have you've taken out of your paycheck to put into your retirement fund, your 401k, whatever.
Bitch should have bought Dogecoin. Bitch should have bought Dogecoin.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, if she'd have put something in a Dogecoin, I love that smooth how I just cut in, because I can get tired of talking about this stupid bitch, because I'm sorry. You shot an unarmed child. You shot an unarmed child.
Well, I think he was 19 or 20.
Okay, he's still a child.
But still, young adult.
A young adult. However you want to look at it. But that don't even make no sense. It's like, when is people going to really just like listen to what's going on in their local towns and stop just posting it for Facebook likes and shit? Like, really get in the community, and like all this unrest and all this shit that's been going on in our community for all this time. Why come we can't make that go public so that more people are aware of what bullshit you got to deal with every day?
True facts.
I mean, damn. I mean, like, for real. It's like, how is this like, an okay thing when people are not even trying to make a change? They just gonna bitch about it. So you just gonna bitch about it. Okay. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Why bitch about something that you have absolutely no reason to bitch about?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, let us move on from from this topic, and since you kind of led in a little bit on Dogecoin, let's have a little conversation about Dogecoin. Look, Dogecoin, my goodness, if y'all are not paying attention to stocks right now, something is seriously wrong with you. If you are not investing your money into stocks of any kind, it does not have to be specifically Dogecoin or Bitcoin or anything like that. But look, Dogecoin yesterday, I don't even remember what time it was at between 14 and 15 cents. I myself said, this stuff looks like it's really taking off. Let me put a little $50 in here. Why I wake up this morning, check my investment, and I had already made $50 because Dogecoin was up at 25 cents this morning or 30 cents this morning?
I think so, like yeah.
That. And man, from that time, I said, "Ooh, let me invest some more money." So I invested some more money. I have almost doubled my investment just in less than 12 hours. I'm gonna let you go on about your financial discussion because, sir, you have the vast knowledge where I do not.
No, this is okay. So this is something that has been brewing for about, I want to say 8-9 months. Because I pay attention when big people talk. And when Elon Musk talked about Dogecoin, I didn't probably buy as much as I should have. Let's just say that, because I'm not a big baller like that. But I'm going to address this question that was asked in the Facebook group. And someone asked, where can they get the coin? And I will tell you, there's lots of places that, that will sell you the coin at a weird, like, you'll get different fees and all this other kind of stuff that shouldn't associate themselves with the coin. And what I mean by that is that, like, a lot of places, like, if you go and buy these coins, they will have a service fee attached to them that when you, like, cash them out or whatever like that, you have to pay, like, $3 and whatever cents to, to actually have them be of anything remotely close to being tangible. So what sucks about this whole process is that even with understanding cryptocurrency, any one of those services that are out there, you're going to run into their fees. Get that understood. I mean, and then all you have to do when you go into Robinhood, you set your account up and then you set your banking information up. Now, what they're going to do is, and it's going to take a couple of days, is they're going to send a transaction to your bank account, and then you're going to have to verify that transaction. Once you verify that transaction, then you can, you're able to have deposits and withdrawals. Now, I'm actually going to share my link. I'm putting this on Facebook, so if y'all not following me on Facebook, you ain't getting this link. There it is. So anyway, you go on there on Robinhood, and you're able to buy the, whatever you can afford as far as shares go when it comes to stocks. So you're able to buy, say you want to put $50 in Tesla, you can do that. Yeah, you could do that on Cash App too. Yeah, but you can't buy Dogecoin on Cash App. So with Dogecoin, you go into cryptocurrencies in Robinhood, and then you type in Dogecoin, DOD or DOGE coin, Dogecoin. And after you do that, you're able to do the same thing. Now, you don't get charged with day trading on the on Robinhood with cryptocurrency, but with stocks you will. So say like Bitcoin is doing like really good and it's going up, say 10%, and first thing in the morning you went and bought, say, $1,000 worth. And say Bitcoin went from 63,000 to 69,000. And you was like, well, shit, I got a nice little profit off it. I'm going to cash out. Cash out the profit. Don't cash out the investment. This is the issue that a lot of people have. They'll go in there and they'll start buying these coins late when people are telling them, oh, you need to get this, you need to get this. No, you need to get it when people that understand not just cryptocurrency, but how it moves. Like every time Bitcoin starts to drop, Ethereum is right behind it. And if it keeps dropping for a certain period of time, you need to go ahead and sell your shit because it's probably going to do a big dip. And that's what I learned about 3 months ago. Ethereum is just ride it out. If you can get one coin, let it ride out. Don't sell them. There's no point in selling Ethereum. Not right now. Ethereum is riding the coattails of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is probably going to reach around, I'm going to say 70,000 this summer, and it's going to stagnate there until probably wintertime. And right before Christmas, it's going to start going up again, and it's probably going to reach around 80, close to 90,000. This is what I'm thinking. Now, Dogecoin has been on the radar just as long as Ripple and Litecoin. Litecoin took off. But when people started buying Litecoin was already probably like at $50. Dogecoin, I bought Dogecoin when it was below, I want to say 2 cents, maybe less than that. No, it was less than that. It was like a cent. And then I sold it because it wasn't moving. It was like 2 months and it wasn't doing nothing. So I sold it, and then something told me, buy it back. And then I was listening to Elon Musk talk about that. Peace and love, my brother Sensei is in the Facebook Live. I was like, something's telling me I need to buy it again. And, I just doing research on Dogecoin. I was looking up, and then Elon Musk said it was, one of the coins of the future and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Elon Musk just got the grant. If y'all didn't know, just got the grant from NASA to go to the moon. SpaceX did. SpaceX just got the grant to go to the moon, y'all. Y'all already know what that means. If y'all not doing SpaceX, if you're not doing Tesla, if you're not doing Dogecoin, something wrong with you. I'm telling you, go on Robinhood, set up an account, buy them damn Dodge coins. I didn't seen, I don't know, in the last 2 days, posts from somebody that has, they had to have over 1 million or 10 million coins because they're a millionaire. And then when it went to 38 cents today, they doubled that. This is serious business. People are thinking that cryptocurrency, whenever I post something on Facebook or whenever somebody posts something on Facebook, when it involves cryptocurrency, they want to think it's fake. They want to think it's a scam. Hell, I make my income, part of my income, I mean, I'm retired, but I get a small fraction of income through Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the only reason why it's small is because I haven't been really building the team I need to be building. And the reason why I really haven't been building it is because everybody is in this scare tactic of not wanting to invest in anything. Everybody wants money now. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants that. It's never just to have the conversation of investment and just hold it. Just hold it. I mean, we have a coin in my business that's like, it went up to 2 cents, then it fell back down to 0. And then a lot of people started just getting all, I don't want to do this. Then get out. Then get the hell out. I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody wants to be able to have a better environment or a better financial environment in their life, you got to change the people that you conversating with. Because if you conversating with people that's not even telling you, you need to be invested in this, this is what you need to invest in, or at least put a little bit into it and see what it does, and pay more attention to what's going on out there, not just in the stock market, but what are the conversations going on in cryptocurrency? A lot of people think that cryptocurrency is just going to be sitting around and it's just going to find its way like a double Dutch match. They think it's just going to, now it's not yet. It's not time yet. Now we're going to jump in. No, cryptocurrency officially had a baby when Bitcoin went over 10,000. Period. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all not following, I shouldn't even say following. If you're not paying attention to what's going on with cryptocurrency and you don't have Ethereum, you don't have Bitcoin or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash or, so many other Stellar Lumens, Dogecoin, G999. I mean, all these coins, new developing, already established. If you not putting your money in an investment, because I'm going to tell you right now, these cryptocurrencies came out in our generation, just like gold has been around for thousands of generations. And guess what? Ain't nobody got a goddamn bar of gold. You know why? Because they try to de-educate everybody into understanding that gold ain't shit. And now if you save gold and allow it to inflate, because it very rarely deflates, allow it to inflate like the hot air balloon does. Because that's all gold is. Gold is currency. Gold has been around for eons. Eons. My Thundercat t-shirt. Eons. But see, people won't, take the opportunity to actually buy gold. So you try to educate them about cryptocurrency and they don't even want to listen to that conversation because they think it's a scam. Because it's change. Because they don't want to believe that the paper money that they got in their pocket ain't worth the damn paper it's printed on. They just don't want to have that conversation. And that's the sad reality that we live in, because we have society teaching us right now. If we go to school right now, they're teaching you how to add dollar bills. If Billy had $20 and Sarah Ann had $10 and they went to the store and spent $15, how much would they get back in change? Bitch, I don't know how much they paid in taxes. Now, what store are they at? Now, bitch, what store are they at?
What store? What state? It all matters because every state has a different amount of tax that they tax you on. Ridiculous.
All that shit. So it's getting to the point where I need to have a
Bitch what?
yes, a bitch what moment. Why? And I know you can answer this, Connie. Matter of fact, let me do this because I see my bro just did a comment, Sensei. Let me give a shout out to Sensei, Shayla, my brother Elad, for being at the house last weekend. Give a shout out to my family that showed up, your family that showed up, and then the family that watched on Zoom, and the people that have continuously watched it on Zoom.
Absolutely.
I had to say that before you go ahead and say what you're going to say. Go ahead. Sorry, beautiful.
What was I going to say? You said I knew the answer to something. You didn't pose the question, but, sir.
Oh, shit. Well, what was we talking about?
See? You got distracted.
I did.
We was talking about the Dogecoin and cryptocurrency, and you said, I know you know the answer to this, but 1 second. Let me shout out my brothers in the building. I
forgot what I was going with that, to be honest with you. And the reason why is because I got distracted. I'm going to be real. Got you, bitch. Got you, bitch. So what I'm going to say is this. Yeah, I should have wrote it down because I totally lost my train of thought. But anyway, what I'm going to say is this.
It's all good.
We as a society have to change how we understand what the truth about money is. If we can't understand what the truth about money is, we can't even have a conversation because the conversation is going to actually not even last long. And this is why. A lot of people want to have this misnomer that if I balance my checkbook, or if I know how to balance my checkbook, things are going to work out for me. No, that's really not purely 100% the right answer. Because the right answer is this. If you think the dollar is money, you're already broke. The car you just bought already depreciated when you cross the line and take it home. The house you bought is only going to appreciate in value when you put money into it. If you don't put money into something, the lesson that is being taught to you is being taught to you with the lessons you're not understanding. The lessons of understanding is all the things you have to pay for and how you have to pay for them. If you don't understand money, you're not going to understand currency. And if you don't understand currency, you damn sure ain't going to understand cryptocurrency. So I'm only being real when I say this. Get an understanding of what blockchain technology is. Get an understanding of what Bitcoin really is. Understand what digital currency is about to do. Because if you don't, you already missed the bus. The bus stop has already passed you 4 or 5 times. You have to understand that cryptocurrency is getting ready to make the dollar go digital. And that's the only way the dollar can stay relevant. Because right now, why would they trade the dollar? I'm going to tell you why they trade the dollar, and all these countries is to make a profit off of it. Because it ain't worth shit. It ain't worth shit. You can go to these poorest countries and give them $1 and you probably get 50 of their dollars. But one of our dollars can't even pay for a gallon of gas like it used to back in the 70s and the 80s. In the 70s and the 80s, you could get a gallon of gas for 99 cents. And I remember that when I was growing up in Kansas City, Missouri. I remember going to Phillips 66, and that gas was 97 cents.
But you're right, though. I mean, the cryptocurrency is making the way, paving the way, like you brought up about digital currency. Everything is being digitized now. I mean, look at our technology and how far we've come from, say, the 70s and 80s.
Right.
Where we are right now.
Right.
Like, my goodness. They're finding cures for all kinds of different diseases and things, or they're on the brink of getting that cure.
No. See, I gotta stop you there, babe, because see, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get debate said, and we're gonna be on here for 2 hours. No. I'm gonna say this real quick. You can't always feel that the next cure is the next end all be all. They came out with a vaccine for COVID-19 in less than a year, but they ain't found a damn cure for AIDS. Let me stop right there. Let me stop right there.
Really, nigga?
I'm just being honest. Because if you...
just bringing it up
Bitch, what?
as kind of an analogy, regarding technology and how far we've come, I mean, just, your conversations that you and I have had separately off camera, off podcast, regarding cryptocurrency and all that stuff, I could sit for hours listening to you talk about cryptocurrency and the way of the future, blockchain, G9, all that stuff. And I sit there completely, sometimes dumbfounded, because I don't have the knowledge base or the background to really understand it all. That's why when you sit and we're having a conversation or whatever, I'm just sitting there, almost like a deer in the headlights, because I'm trying to soak up all the knowledge that you're talking to me about, because I really didn't understand it. But now, as the years have passed, where we've really began talking about all this stuff, and we're talking about different stocks and different things to invest in and all that stuff to build our empire.
Right.
It's
well,
truly a whirlwind, because there's so much to know.
Right.
It really is. There's so much to know. And if you're not, like you said, if you're not on that page or in that chapter, you better get on board, because this is the way of the future. It really is.
Well, I mean, I hope this Friday night conversation is actually being informational to people, because, that's the last thing I wanted to be on a podcast, was to not be fulfillment. And I think with me, my passion with cryptocurrency is that when you actually understand what cryptocurrency is and you actually learn each coin, its process and everything else, and understanding why it's so valuable, it makes you understand that what they've been teaching you is bullshit. How the hell is somebody just going to create a currency that is basically created through computers, and it goes through this code and it does what it's going to do, and it shits out a Bitcoin? Real shit, sensei. But if you look at it, it's not going to get any better if we don't understand it. So guess what? When In the 1980s, when breakdancing came out, everybody was like, oh, I don't understand that bullshit. This is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And now 2008, 2009 come around, and people start talking about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's trading on the market, and everybody's like, what's Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin? And then Bitcoin went to $100. Everybody's like, what's Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin? It went to $500. Did the same exact thing. Guess what happened? Bitcoin's at over $60,000 right now for one Bitcoin. Dude years ago paid for a pizza in Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin shot through the roof, and that dude is sitting on a few $1 million. But the problem is people do not want to sit there and listen to hold on to this. Because everybody's mentality is, as soon as I get it, I got to spend it. As soon as I get it, I got to spend it. It's never hold on to this. It's like, as soon as you spend that money, you don't invest it. You don't put it into anything that is going to be of proper value to you.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you did. Speaking of which, didn't little homie just start a new business?
So run that back real quick.
Did I do that?
Yeah. Did I do that? The famous phrase of the one and only Steve Urkel from Family Matters, real name Jaleel White. So this dude.
Did I do that?
I have to say, I guess I'm not shocked. In reality, I'm not shocked. But he jumped on board with the cannabis wagon.
Really, nigga?
That others have jumped on. And he is coining his own brand of cannabis called the Purple Urkel.
Imagine that shit.
Imagine that, right?
Did I do that?
He hooked up with 710 Labs.
Oh.
And yeah, and they're taking on his cannabis strain of Purple Urkel.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Did I do that?
Okay, enough about your ass. You getting on my damn nerves.
Really, nigga?
Yeah, he getting on my fucking nerves. For real.
Did I do that?
And would you stop? Like, for real.
Really, nigga?
I mean, damn.
Bitch, what?
So, moving right along. Getting off that train, because I'll talk about cannabis all day, because I think
I was
that...
just going to say.
Yeah, I can't. I'll yeah. So we're probably gonna do a podcast on it next week. Being that it's gonna be after April 20th, and I will probably talk about what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, or I should just give a small tutorial as far as, like, you know, getting into the process of growing, because a lot of states and a lot of people are starting to want to know how to do it. They want to know how to do it, and they want to understand how they can grow it indoors. So it's going to be probably a conversation I'll probably talk about next week. And it'll probably be, and I'll probably actually surprise y'all, and I might just actually do a podcast in 4 days, which will probably be the 420 podcast. And I will probably just throw it out there for people just to pick my brain. Ask me anything about any question they need to know about it, and I will answer it. And the reason why I say I would answer is because I nerd out on this shit bad. Like bad. Like I know it because I had to understand why everybody was talking about it so much. When being in the military, you know, you couldn't use it. So I just tried to understand why everybody talked about it so much. And then when I understood not what people wanted me to understand, but the truth behind it, because you have to look at the science behind shit. You can't just listen to what, you know, some dumb dude tries to tell you about this, that, and the other, you know, when he's just probably in a addicted high where he has to smoke the shit to function. No, I want to talk to people that either have done it, used to do it, or still currently has done it. And that's what I did. I had to ask questions and then educate myself on it to the point where I wasn't being biased about it, you know. And I think just taking that and the understanding, it helps a lot of people understand who you are. When you can understand everything about it, not even just experience it. You have to experience it. But once you experience it, start asking other people what their experience was to understand how they dealt with the experience. And not to use it as some kind of way to make a book or come up with this or that. No, it's to understand how we are as people are different. Because how I do shit is going to be different how you do shit. But if you can understand how they do shit, you could be better at doing a lot of shit. Just saying. Just saying. That was me just like knocking the damn glass on the table. Like, yeah, fuck y'all. I did it. Yep, I said it. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep it short tonight. It's Friday night. It's 9:45 here on the East Coast. And, yeah, I'm really wanting to spend some time with my wife. So, you know, it's about that time. So.
Bitch, what?
I mean, I'm not sugarcoating the damn thing.
Really, nigga?
It's Friday night. And
You eat ass with a baby spoon.
so, with that being said, you have anything that you would like to tell the world before we beat feet up out of here on this Friday night? That's what I said podcast.
I think the only thing that I have left, you know, just kind of echo back to, you know, what you had said about everybody being here. My family, you know, I definitely wasn't going to say I do without them here. So I appreciate them. I'm certain that they may or may not run this tape back. But I really do appreciate them being here. My mom, my dad, my children. Love y'all very much. You know, back to your mom, your brother, wholeheartedly for being our officiant and doing what he does best, you know, and to Sensei, Shayla, Elad, you know, that really was awesome to have y'all here in presence. Your boy Stacks, I mean, shoot, it was phenomenal. You know, just to be able to say I do in the presence of them, in the physical, and then, you know, our friends and family that was on Zoom, you know, watching us do our vows and profess our love to each other and have our little our little ceremony in our Kansas City Chiefs jerseys. Yeah, it was awesome. Last weekend definitely was one for the books. I'll say that.
Right.
Definitely one for the books. Your daughter, my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm still reeling in I'm still in the honeymoon phase, because we've been with it for a minute, and to now have your last name and be your wife and standing by your side continually throughout everything is the best. So, other than that, I did forget a little portion. It's Fuckery Friday. Let me hit one for you real quick before we run out this podcast. And the quote of the evening: if you're gonna be offended all the time, maybe the internet isn't the place for you.
I'm weak.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Yes, it's about that time, my husband, to finish relaxing and unwinding together. And I'm out. Peace and love, everybody.
That's what's up. So with that being said, y'all, I ain't gonna keep y'all. It's been great learning experience. Not just doing a podcast, but just being able to learn what my audience is. I mean, who they are. And I took a risk. I went on Facebook and did an ad for my page, and it's been rewarding, to say the least, because I think I'm filtering out a lot of positive people and people that just want to be heard. And I'm understanding that this is part of verifying who the hell you are, because you're going to understandably so, you're going to deal with trolls. You're going to deal with people that's going to question you, people that is just not for your elevation. It's just hate. And take this with you for the weekend. Don't listen to what everybody got to say about you, because they're trying to be about you anyway. If you didn't hear what I just said, I'm going to repeat it back. If you ain't worried about them, I'm just going to break it down. If you ain't worried about them, trust me, they always worried about you. Always. They always paying attention to what you're doing. They always paying attention to what you say, because low key, they want to be you. In conversation, it's going to always lead into this bullshit. And I learned this from, a lot of people on my Facebook, people that, that are in my real life or whatever. It's always how people can never just be who they need to be. And that's authentically who they need to be, themselves. And when they are themselves, make sure you understand that's who that person is. Because guess what? That person is not going to change. They're not going to change for two reasons. One being the very fact that they showed you who they were. Now they got to try to cover that shit up. Don't be part of the cover up. If that person tells you and shows you who the hell they are, that's who the hell they are. Keep it 100. With that being said, I'm out. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And we're going to see y'all next Friday. Peace and love. We out.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.